Good evening, friends. Now, in the last video, we went through all this business of proving congruency with the help of all the permutation and combination of sides and angles. Now, so let's have a glimpse of the last video. In the last video, I told you that SSS postulate, side postulate, which states that if three pairs of corresponding sides are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. So let me make the triangle whose three pairs of corresponding sides are equal. Now this is congruent to this side is congruent to this side, and similarly this side is congruent to this side. We also saw the postulate SAS, which states that if two pairs of corresponding sides and an angle in between them are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. Now let me make two triangles. Now this side is congruent to this side, this angle is congruent to this angle, similarly this side is congruent to this side. We also saw ASA, which states that if two pairs of corresponding angles and a side in between them are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. Now let me make, now this angle is congruent to this angle, this side is congruent to this side, and this angle is congruent to this angle. The two triangles are congruent. Now we also saw another axiom and postulate AAS, which states that if two corresponding angles and a side which is not in between them are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. Let me make, okay, this angle, this is actually I have made a bit smaller. Okay, this angle is congruent to this angle is congruent to this angle. Let me make it double curve, and this side is congruent to this side. Now we also saw one more criteria, AAA, angle, that if three pairs of corresponding angles are equal, then the triangle is not congruent but similar. So AAA, this AAA does not hold good for congruency. No, one last which we saw was SSA. We can also abbreviate it as ASS, but for some obvious reasons we don't write it as ASS. Okay, we write SSA. Now, in the last video, when we were dealing in SSA, we saw that SSA does not hold congruency. Now, in this video, we will try to explore in more depth about SSA, that in which case SSA does hold congruency, okay, and in which case it does not hold congruency. This is what this lecture is all about SSA. Now, in SSA, if two pairs of corresponding sides and an angle are equal, let us see whether we have a congruency or not. Now, let me draw a triangle. Now, this side, and then this angle. Now, I want to construct a triangle whose two sides and one angle are equal to this triangle. Okay. Now in the first case, I want to keep this angle as acute angle. I want to keep this angle as acute angle. Acute angle means less than 90 degree. Okay. Now, same procedure we will follow. Since this is a constraint, ये side fixed है, so let us draw a side which is fixed to this length. Okay. Now, again, this angle is a constraint for us. Now, then it will go like this. Since there is no constraint over this side, therefore we can draw this side smaller or longer. So let me make it a larger one because there is no constraint. Okay, now third side, now let me mark it with double dash. Now this double mark side, now this double mark side will go from this point to some point over this line. Since ये जो line है, that is a constraint for us. This the length of this side has to be equal to the length of this side. Therefore, we can move it like this, double curve. Now, from this, it may appear to you that it is a congruent triangle, but since there is no constraint over this angle, ये angle ज़्यादा कम हो सकता है, इसलिए I can drop this side in this way also. Okay. Let me mark it with another color. This is blue. Okay, so this side, this double curve, the double dash line can be formed in two ways, this and this. So you can clearly see that we cannot construct a unique triangle with the help of SSA. Okay, this is so when this angle is acute angle. Okay, now this is an acute angle, and the angle which is formed with this line and this line is acute, और ये angle आपको obtuse होगा, ठीक है. Since this angle is acute, तो we can always have an obtuse angle because the sum of the three angles are 180 degree. तो अगर ये angle acute है, ये angle acute है, तो third angle may be greater than 90 degree. Okay, so इसीलिए हमने when this angle is acute, we have formed two triangles. Okay, now I want to explore another case when this angle is obtuse. Now this is side and angle. Now I want to construct a triangle whose two corresponding sides and an angle are equal, in which case this angle is obtuse, greater than 90 degree. Now again same procedure. Now this angle, since this side is a constraint, therefore this has to be equal to the length of this side. Let me make it a double dash, double mark side. Now again, since this is a constraint, this is an obtuse angle, so therefore this side has to go through this angle. Now there is no constraint over this length. Okay, there is no constraint over this length. Therefore we can draw this line as long as we want. There is no constraint. Okay. Now in this case, the third side will pass from this point to any point on this line. Now in this case, there is only one way to connect this point to this point Why? Because अगर एक angle obtuse है, तो we know कि if one of the angles is obtuse in a triangle, then other two angles has to be acute. लेकिन जब हमने ऐसे when we were dealing in SSA, जब A आपका acute angle था, तो जो हमने second side form जो की थी, this constraint side जो form की थी, तो हमने दो तरीके से form की थी. तो वहां पे एक जगह it was when we were dealing it like this, जब ये angle acute था, तो we could form this side in two ways. तो एक एंगल आपका acute हो सकता था, दूसरा एंगल यहाँ पे obtuse हो सकता था. But in this case, there cannot be any obtuse angle. The only option is that we have to have an acute angle because one of the angle is already obtuse. Therefore, there is no other way to connect this point to this side, but with this line having length, this double mark. Therefore this is equal to this. So we can say that, I have not drawn it properly. So now we can say that when angle A is obtuse, then SSA does hold congruency. It does hold congruency. So it is a very special case that SSA does hold congruency when this angle turns out to be obtuse. Now let's see the unique case of 90 degree right angle triangle. Now again, this side is fixed, this angle is fixed, this angle is fixed. Now there is, since this angle is 90 degree, the other two angles will have to be less than 90 will have to be less than 90 degree. So वो जो remaining angles होंगे, they have to be acute. So there is only one way to connect these two sides is by this. So this is a special case of SSA, which is written as RHS, right angle hypotenuse side. This right angle is A, hypotenuse is side, and this is side, ASS. And the common sense also says कि अगर हमारे पास in a right triangle अगर दो corresponding sides equal होंगे, the third side has to be equal. Why? Because we have Pythagoras theorem in our toolkit. Therefore right angle triangle में दो corresponding sides भी अगर we have got two corresponding sides are equal, then by side these two triangles will also be congruent. Okay, so with this we have completely finished this congruency. In the next video we will see questions based upon this concept. Okay, thank you.